Are the voice and screen clear? Yes. Okay. So, very good morning to all of you. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Fine. So, this week target is completion of all the remaining MCQs of current electricity. Number one. Number two, current electricity board exercise. This shall be done. Today it's Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Till Friday, these two things shall be done. And on Saturday, you will go through extra questions of current electricity. Okay, those I will provide on Friday. And test will be on the entire chapter current electricity. Okay, test will be on entire chapter current electricity. Fine. So today we are going to start with a new chapter. New chapter is moving charges and magnetism. Okay, write down the heading of the chapter. Moving charges, moving charges, moving charges and magnetism. So electricity is over. Now we will start with magnetism. Okay, electric field we have seen. Now we'll see magnetic field. Okay, and its effects. Fine. All right. See, we know that if we have the first charge, if we have the second charge, these two charges interact. These two charges interact. That we know. Interaction means what? In physics, interaction means force. Okay. Why there is force? We say there is field. Okay. So if there is a gravitational field in the space, bol Pratik. You have raised the hand. Pratik, bol. Any problem? Okay, by mistake. So let's say we have two charges, first and second. They interact with each other. Means what? There is some force on, let's say, this charge. Okay, why there is force? We say because there is field. Okay, because there is a field. So for the mass to experience the force, there must be gravitational field. For charge to experience force, there must be electric field. So if this charge is experiencing some force, it means there exists some electric field. There exists some electric field in this region and as well as this at this point. If this is a point mass, then or any general mass, that will experience the gravitational force if there exists the gravitational field in this region. Okay, fine. So why there is force? The answer is field. Why there is force? The answer is because there is field. Then the fields can be of different types. We know it's a gravitational field, magnetic field, electric field. Okay, out of which gravitational field we have learned. Then we have already learned about electric field. Now we will learn about magnetic field. Fine. Now, why there is field? Now the question comes, why there is field? First was, why there is interaction? Something is interacting means what? There exists some force of attraction or repulsion or whatever. Okay. So there exists some force between two objects, or this object is experiencing, forget about the second object, this object is experiencing some force. What does that mean? If it is experiencing some sort of force, it must be in the field. So why there is field? Because of another mass, because of another charge. Okay, so the field produced by the mass will be gravitational field. Field produced by the charge will be electric field. Okay, and and it has been found that there exists one more type of field. It has been found that you cannot ask why charge is producing the why charge is producing electric field. You shall not ask right now here what why mass is producing gravitational field. We say this mass is definitely producing something because of which another mass is experiencing force. Otherwise, what is happening, what is being observed cannot be explained. दोन मासेस मधलं अट्रॅक्शन, दोन चार्जेस मधलं अट्रॅक्शन, रिपल्शन एक्सप्लेन करायसाठी तुम्हाला चार्ज न इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस केली आहे असं अज्युम करावं लागेल. हा, अँड बेस्ड ऑन दॅट assumption you have to verify all other phenomena which you have observed, and if you have observed all the phenomena and if your assumption fits right to all those phenomena, then you will say yes, this is the fact that the charge produces electric field, mass produces magnetic field. Okay, similarly it has been found that moving charge produces one more type of field which is not gravitational field, which is not electric field, it is another type of field. A moving charge produces a type of field that is known as a magnetic field. That is known as a magnetic field. Okay, so sir, stationary charge, will it produce magnetic field? Answer is no. Stationary charge will not produce magnetic field. Stationary charge can produce only electric field. So stationary charge will not produce magnetic field. Stationary charge will not produce magnetic field. So write down. A stationary charge, a stationary charge, a stationary charge produces only magnetic field. A stationary charge produces only magnetic field. Sorry, my mistake. I shall say only electric field. A stationary charge produces only electric field. It cannot produce magnetic field. Next, a moving charge, a moving charge, a moving charge produces, a moving charge produces both magnetic and electric field. Both magnetic and electric field. Fine. Moving charge, moving charge, moving charge, moving charge is equivalent to current, electric current. Moving charge is equivalent to electric current. Implies that electric current produces magnetic field. Moving charge ने magnetic field तयार केली आहे, म्हणजेच काय? Electric current produces magnetic field. So electric current is capable of producing magnetic field. Electric current produces magnetic field. Okay, fine. Now let me tell you one story. Let me tell you one story. The story goes like this. There was one scientist who was working in his lab, and there was one compass here, North Pole. This is called as needle of the compass. North Pole, South Pole. This needle can rotate in this compass. Okay, it's free to rotate. Now there was one electrical wire in that lab. There was one electric wire in that lab. So whenever there was current in this wire, whenever there was current in this wire, the needle, this needle shows some deflection. This is a magnetic needle. This needle shows some deflection. If this current is switched off, if this current is switched off, the needle went back to its original position. If this current is switched off, the needle went back to its original position. Again, when the current switched on, again when this current is switched on, the needle again got deflected. So certainly, this magnetic needle is interacting with the current. And in physics, interaction means what? Force. So this needle is experiencing force because of the current. This needle is experiencing the force because of the current. So to experience a force, there must be the field. To experience a force, there must be the field. Okay. Now, if you keep this magnetic needle in the electric field, the needle will not be deflected. You can produce the electric field, you can place this needle inside that electric field. There will not be any effect of electric field on the magnetic needle. If you place this needle in the gravitational field, it will not be deflected. If you place this magnetic needle in the gravitational field, there will not be any effect. Magnetic needle means simply magnet, having north and south pole. Now, so for this magnet to experience the magnetic force, for this magnet to experience the force, there must be magnetic field. So in this way, we came to know about electric current can also produce magnetic field. We know magnets produce magnetic field. That fact was known earlier. Magnets produce magnetic field. That fact was known earlier. But now we came to know about, okay, electric field is also influencing the magnet. It's certainly not electric field. I should say electric current. Electric current is also influencing the magnetic needle. Okay. So electric current is influencing the magnet. It means electric current is somehow capable of producing magnetic field, and in that magnetic field this needle is present and getting influenced or getting deflected. Up to this, reply me in the chat box, clear and written. Now check whether this fact is clear to you or not, that electric current produces magnetic field. Good. First fact, electric current produces magnetic field. The name of the scientist performing experiment was Ampere. Fine. Next, write down the heading, Biot-Savart's law. Okay, Biot-Savart's law. Write down the heading as Biot-Savart's law. Now, what is this? We have Coulomb's law in electricity, right? Write down Biot-Savart's law. B-I-O-T. B-I-O-T. Biot-Savart, S-A-V-A-R-T. Biot-Savart law. Bar. Write down. Biot-Savart law gives magnetic field due to, just keep on writing, gives magnetic field due to an infinitesimally small current element. An infinitesimally small current element. Okay, now what is current element? We'll see. Gives magnetic field due to infinitesimally small current element. Infinitesimally small current element. Fine. We'll write its statement, but before that, we'll start to draw the diagram. Let us take any random shaped conductor. Let us take any random shaped conductor. Let's say this conductor is carrying a current of I. Let's say this conductor is carrying a current of I. Let's say this is the current element. To choose a current element, to take the current element, take very small length dl of this conductor. Take very small length dl, very small length dl of this conductor. Okay, dl of this conductor. A small length dl carrying current I is called as current element. A small length dl carrying current I is called as current element. This dl, you can treat it as a vector. Now you will say, sir, how to treat length as a vector? Now you will say, how to treat length as a vector? Length is a scalar value, yes. But if you assign length, the direction of current, जर तुम्ही length ला current ची direction assign केली, if you assign the length the direction of current, then it is called as current element. Yes, and the current element has the current element. Current element means what? A length dl carrying current I. A length dl conductor carrying current I. So dl bar means what? What is the direction of dl bar? dl bar has direction same as I. dl bar ची direction म्हणजेच bar current ची direction. dl bar has same direction as that of I. Okay, sir, no problem. Now we know that. Because of the current carrying conductor, or because of, in short, current. Because of the current there is production of magnetic field around the current. जिथं कुठं करंट आहे, इथं करंट आहे ना, या करंटच्या around, let's say this conductor is carrying some current, then in a region around this current, in a space around this current, a field will be produced, and that field will be called as magnetic field. So currentच्या aroundच्या region मध्ये, in a region around the current produces the magnetic field. Fine. Then what is the value of magnetic field at a distance equal to small r? Let me draw that distance in such a way that you can observe some angle between dl and the position vector of the given point. Let's say this is the given point here, and exactly from the center of the dl, that's our given point. At this point, let's say we want to find out magnetic field because of this current element dl. Let's say this distance is equal to small r, but let us take this as a position vector of given point. Position vector of given point from the dl bar, from the center of the dl bar, you can say, or you can simply say dl bar because it's very small, so its center is its center is exactly at dl, you can see. Okay, dl चा half वगैरे काय विचार करायची गरज नाही as such. Fine. Now here you can observe the angle between dl bar and r bar. Angle between dl bar and r bar. You can observe the angle here. Okay. Now because of this small length dl which is carrying a current of I, because of this small length dl which is carrying a current of I, because of this small length dl which is carrying current I, a very small, infinitesimally small, a very small magnetic field will be produced. Biot-Savart's law gives magnetic field due to an infinitesimally small current element. छोट्याशा current element मुळे तयार होणारी magnetic field, it will be small magnetic field. Because of the small current element, small magnetic field will be produced. Yes sir. That small magnetic field we will call it as dB. A small magnetic field dB. But sir, even if it is a small magnetic field, it is a field. It's a magnetic field. That field is capable of producing a force on the magnet. So this field is a vector quantity, not a scalar. So magnetic field is a vector quantity. Just like electric field, magnetic field is also a vector quantity and not scalar. It is a vector quantity. B is magnetic field. dB is a very small magnetic field. Okay. So at this point there is a magnetic field. Fine. Sir, what is the direction of magnetic field at this point because of this current element? The answer is in the direction of dl bar cross r bar. dl bar वेक्टर कुठे आहे बघा, r bar वेक्टर कुठे आहे बघा, dl bar आणि r bar यांचा क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट बघायचा. dl bar is like this, dl bar is like this, r bar is like this. So dl bar and r bar, and check what is angle between them. Now use your right hand to show the cross product of dl bar and r bar. The thumb goes inside dl bar cross r bar. Try to understand. dl bar is like this. Let me draw it here. This is your dl bar. dl bar has direction same as that of current. dl bar direction means direction of dl, or direction of dl bar means direction of current. So dl bar, and this is your r bar. This is your r bar, and that's your theta. So dl bar cross r bar will give you the direction of magnetic field because of this current carrying element dl. Use your right hand. Use your right hand. dl bar cross r bar. So magnetic field will go inside or come outside. Reply in the chat box, in or out, I or O. What will be the direction of magnetic field? I said it is dl bar cross r bar. So in or out. Use your right hand. dl bar cross r bar. dl bar cross r bar. In or out. Very good. In this chapter, I will ask you many times about the directions only, because from the point of view of cross product and direction, or from the point of view of this chapter, the cross product and the direction are very important. या चॅप्टरच्या हिशोबानं क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट घेता येणं, डायरेक्शन ठरवता येणं फार महत्वाचं आहे. तुम्हाला माहित असलं पाहिजे when to use the right hand for the rule and when to use left hand for the rule. In this chapter we are going to study right hand rule as well as left hand rule, and the cross product rule you already know. Cross product rule you already know. So the direction of magnetic field according to the Biot-Savart's law is in the direction of dl bar cross r bar. In the direction of dl bar cross r bar. So at this point, let us indicate the direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field going inside, so it should be cross. Coming outside means dot. If you want to show the dot, don't show it like this. You have to show it like this. You have to draw the circle around it. Okay. Dot, coming out, cross, circle, going in, coming out, going in. Okay, fine. Now you would have said, sir, instead of doing dl bar cross r bar, there is one more option. आणखीन एक ऑप्शन आहे बाळा, काय करायचं सांग. This dl bar, direction of dl bar is in the direction of current. Direction of dl bar is in the direction of current. Yes sir. So what you can do, this dl bar you can hold in your right hand. You can hold this dl bar in the right hand. You can hold this dl bar. Okay, now I am facing towards the board. Now I am facing towards the board. It means my left hand side is your left hand side and my right hand side is also your right hand side. So if I hold this DL bar in my right hand, and if my thumb gives the direction of current, if my thumb gives the direction of current, then the curled fingers, will give me the direction of magnetic field. Now at this point, curled fingers will go inside. You verify. At this point, curled fingers काय करतील बा, inside जातील की outside? Reply me in the chat box. If I give the direction of current by the thumb of right hand, then at this point curled fingers will go inside or outside. Very good. Imagination पाहिजे बाळांनो. या चॅप्टर मध्ये बऱ्याच वेळा तुम्हाला डायरेक्शन सर विचारणार आहेत. Thumb will point the direction of current. Okay, you will hold this element in your right hand. Thumb will give the direction of current, and curled fingers at given point कुठे जातात बघायचं. In, out, left, right, up, down, कुठे जातात बघायचं. Check the curled fingers are going inside, so direction of magnetic field is going inside. Okay sir, now we can figure out what happens to the direction. Now we can figure out what is the direction of magnetic field at given point. Sir, what about the magnitude? What about the magnitude? DL bar cross R bar हे दाखवलं होतं आपण. Fine. What about the magnitude? Let me write. Statement of the law will tell you about magnitude. Just like Coulomb's law, statement gives the magnitude of the force between the 2-point charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. A similar law, not exactly similar, but a kind of. The magnetic field due to, just keep on writing, due to an infinitesimally magnetic field due to an infinitesimally small current element is at distance r, magnetic field due to an infinitesimally small current element at distance r is directly proportional, write the short forms now, right? Directly proportional to, number 1, current through element, just small current element DL मधून जाणारा current, symbol capital small I, capital I, whatever you want to use. Number 2, it is directly proportional to, number 1 this, number 2 this, length of the element. Okay, length of the element, sine of angle, sine, SINE, means sine theta, sine of angle between current element, and position vector of given point from the element. Slowly you will understand. Just keep on writing. That's not the law that I have remembered. मी काय हा पाठ केलेला नाहीये. I know the equation, and from the equation I am doing this. So you will also do the same in the exam. Okay. From this law we will write the equation, but we will remember the equation and in the exam we will write the law from the equation. Okay, sine of angle between current element and position vector of given point from current element position vector of given point from current element. Okay, so on these three factors, the magnetic field due to infinitesimally small current element at distance r is dependent and it is directly proportional to these 3 points. Fine, let me write the further things here. And the same magnetic field is inversely proportional to inversely, write down the spelling whatever you want, doesn't matter, inversely proportional to only one thing, square of distance between current element and given point. Current element and given point. So for the length of element, write down in the bracket dl. For the length of element, write down in the bracket dl, and sine of angle between the current element and the position vector of the given current element, position vector of given point from the current element. In that bracket write sine theta. And square of distance between current element and the given point. This is the current element, this is the given point. Current element, given point. It's a त्या दोन पॉइंट मधलं distance and square of the distance. That will be r square. R square la inversely proportional. And current dl and sin theta. I dl sin theta la directly proportional. I dl sin theta la directly proportional. आणि r square ला inversely proportional. Square of distance ला inversely proportional. Fine. Full stop. That's it. That's the statement of law. Up to this reply in the chat box, clear and written. Magnetic field कशाला proportional आहे, कशाला inversely proportional. Proportional to, directly proportional to what? Inversely proportional to what? Very good. Directly proportional to what and inversely proportional to what? Now let's write in the law about the direction. What can we write about direction? Right here, full stop. The direction of magnetic field, is in the direction of, we shall say, the direction of magnetic field is the direction of magnetic field ची डायरेक्शन म्हणजे एका क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ची डायरेक्शन आहे आणि तो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट कोण आहे ते सांगितलं पाहिजे. The direction of magnetic field is the direction of cross product is the direction of cross product of dl bar and r bar. And let us now show this dl bar and r bar in the diagram. Let us take any random shape conductor. Let us take a current element dl bar here, a very small length element, or current element. A small length carrying current is called as current element. From that current element, let us take a given point, position vector. At this point, or at let's say this point, we want to find out the magnetic field. Because of this current element dl carrying current I, this is going to be the position vector of given point from the current element. That is going to be the angle theta. That is going to be the angle theta between dl bar and the position vector of given point r bar. And at this point, we will be having very small magnetic field dB, whose direction will be in the direction of cross product of dl bar and r bar sequentially. Dl bar cross r bar sequence, not r bar cross dl bar. Don't do r bar cross dl bar, do dl bar cross r bar. Whenever you want to take cross product, make sure that two vectors are starting at same point. You can lift this dl, you can put it here. त्या dl ला उचलून तुम्ही इथं ठेवा. पण dl बार क्रॉस r बार बघा, dl बार क्रॉस r बार बघा. dl इथं आहे ना, दोन वेक्टरचा क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट घेताना त्यांच्यामधला अँगल दिसला पाहिजे. You can see the angle between two vectors only if they are co-initial. They are starting from the same point. So make sure that dl bar and r bar are starting from the same point. If not, lift one vector and put it at the start point of another vector. पहिल्याला उचला, दुसऱ्याच्या start point ला ठेवा आणि dl bar cross r bar करा. You can see the thumb goes inside. Okay, right hand rule of cross product. Fine. Now we know everything about magnitude as well as direction. So here we know the direction is going to be inside, going in, so cross, coming out, dot. So let's write about magnitude, mathematical statement. Full stop. Mathematically, you just continue below the diagram. Mathematically, first of all, let us write about magnitude. Magnitude of magnetic field dB is proportional to current through the element, proportional to length of the element, and dB is proportional to sine of angle between current element and position vector of given point from the current element. This is the current element and this is the position vector of given point from the current element. This is the current element and this is the position vector. यांच्या मधल्या अँगलचा साइन. So dB is proportional to sine theta. And finally, dB is inversely proportional to what? dB is inversely proportional to what? Square of distance between the current element and the given point. This is current element, this is given point. What is the distance between them? Magnitude of this r bar, which is equal to r. R bar sa magnitude r, a bar sa magnitude a. So distance between the current element and the given point is magnitude of this vector r bar. That is equal to r. But it is inversely proportional to square of distance. So it is proportional to 1 upon r square. It is proportional to 1 upon r square. Now let us combine all these proportionalities. Write down. Combining all proportionalities. Spelling don't bother about much. dB is proportional to I dl, put a bracket, sine theta. Whenever you write small length dl, dx, dy, dz, always put a bracket so that it will not be confused as I into d into l into sin theta. D into l असं नाही आहे ते, dl, a single term dl, so put a bracket. So db is proportional to I dl sin theta upon r square. Combine all these three proportionalities. While combining the proportionalities, you have to perform the multiplication of all these. So I into dl into sin theta into 1 upon r square. I into dl into sin theta into 1 upon r square means I dl sin theta into 1 upon r square. I into dl into sin theta into 1 upon r square. And to remove the proportionality, you have to use the proportionality constant. You have to use proportionality constant. In the current electricity, or rather electrostatics, you shall say, the proportionality constant was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 or 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. If there is medium, epsilon. If the given point is in medium, then we said that the proportionality constant is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon is some property of medium, which is called as permittivity of the medium. Epsilon 0 is permittivity of vacuum. Am I right? Am I right? In the electrostatics, there was some proportionality constant. In the Coulomb's law, what was that? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. If there is medium, if the given point is in medium, then the constant is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon is property of medium. Its property of medium. Epsilon, its name is permittivity. Its name is permittivity. And epsilon 0 is property of vacuum. Permittivity of vacuum. Fine. So similarly, one proportionality constant. Okay. Magnetism मधला पण एक proportionality constant आहे. तिकडे काय होता? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. त्याला equivalent proportionality constant जो आहे, it is this 1 upon 4 pi as it is. 1 upon 4 pi as it is. But instead of this 1 upon epsilon 0, instead of this 1 upon epsilon 0, you have mu 0. Okay. So it's mu 0 upon 4 pi. It's mu 0 upon 4 pi. 1 upon 4 pi, 1 upon 4 pi as it is. But instead of 1 upon epsilon 0, here you have mu 0. Here you have mu 0. So that's the proportionality constant, mu 0 upon 4 pi. Now certainly, just like epsilon 0 was some property of medium, mu 0 is going to be some property of medium, another physical property of medium. Just like permittivity, there is one more property the medium always has. Each and every medium has some epsilon, has some mu. Medium असेल तर epsilon म्हटलं पाहिजे, medium असेल तर mu म्हटलं पाहिजे. If there is vacuum, we shall say epsilon 0, we shall say mu 0. Right now we will assume the vacuum and we will write the law. The proportionality constant is mu 0 upon 4 pi and everything else will remain the same. I dl sin theta upon r square. I dl sin theta upon r square. So what is Biot-Savart's law? The law is db is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. db is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. db is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. db is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. Will you remember this? And if you remember this, will you be able to construct this law? Statement of the law. dB, magnetic field due to the small current element, okay, is magnetic field due to the very small current element. म्हणजेच त्या magnetic field चं नाव काय आहे? dB. कुणामुळे आहे ती? Because of very small current element. Is directly proportional to current. Is directly proportional to current. Is directly proportional to length of the element. is directly proportional to sine of angle between current element and the position vector of given point, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between the given point and the current element. गिवन पॉइंट आणि करंट एलिमेंट मधल्या डिस्टन्सच्या स्क्वेअरला इनव्हर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. 2 marks for this. You grab those 2 marks and this equation will give you 4 marks in the MCQs, because ultimately further derivations will be based on this. Reply in the chat box, clear and written. dV is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi ideal sin theta upon r square. Very good. Everyone reply me, everyone fast. Is this law clear? This is going to be the basic law in the magnetism, and further laws will be developed accordingly. Everyone. Good. Fine. One more thing. Now, I want all of you to be present for tomorrow's morning lecture as well. Tomorrow's morning lecture will be at 7 or 7 नको असेल तर काय करूया, 7:10. I want all of you to be present. Okay, don't miss the lecture. मग ते सकाळी फिजिक्सचं असू दे नाही तर केमिस्ट्रीचं असू दे बाळांनो, ते लेक्चर मिस करायचं नाहीये. ते सकाळीच बघून व्हायला पाहिजे. तुम्ही फक्त झोपून राहिलात, उठला नाहीत, आळस केलात असं करू नका. तुम्ही 11वीत असतात, मी तुम्हाला काही बोललो नसतो. ठीक आहे म्हटलं असतं लेक्चर 8ला लावूया या मुलांचं, पण तसं नको बाळांनो. दिवसभरातला टाइम तुम्हाला मॅक्सिमम युटिलाइज करता यायला पाहिजे. सो त्यासाठी सुद्धा थोडस आपल्याला जे लेक्चर शिफ्ट करावं लागतंय सकाळी, त्याला तुम्ही अटेंड करणं एक्सपेक्टेड आहे. बरं, कंटिन्युअसली केमिस्ट्रीचं पण लेक्चर सकाळी ठेवलं गेलेलं नाहीये. आता 3 दिवस केमिस्ट्रीचं सकाळी झालंय, 3 दिवस फिजिक्सचं पण सकाळी करू. पण मला तुम्ही सगळेजण दोन्ही लेक्चर्सना प्रेझेंट हवे आहात. जर तुम्ही एक लेक्चर ऑनलाईन बघताय तर दुसरंही ऑनलाईन तुम्ही डेफिनेटली बघताय, त्यात तुम्हाला काही अडचण नसलीच पाहिजे. सो मला हे सगळेजण आजचे जेवढे आहेत तेवढे सगळेजण मला सकाळी 7 म्हणत नाहीये मी, आता 7:10 प्रेझेंट दिसतील. आणि आज करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटीचा जो काय होमवर्क आहे, बोर्डाचा सगळा एक्सरसाइज आज संपवून टाका. करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटीचा करा ती धडपड, स्वतः क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करायचा प्रयत्न करा. कुठले येत आहेत चेक करा, जे आले नाही त्याचे सोल्युशन समजून घ्या, मग ती गणित न बघता परत लिहायचा प्रयत्न करा. आज बोर्डाचा होमवर्क संपवून घ्या, उद्या परवा मॉड्यूलचा होमवर्क संपवून घेऊ, आणि काही एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन देईन परीक्षेच्या आधी, ते सगळे ट्राय करा सॉल्व्ह करायचा. अगदीच कमी वेळ मिळाला तर ऍटलीस्ट क्वेश्चन आन्सर तरी त्यातले बघून कंपल्सरी घ्यायचे आहेतच. फाइन. Now write down Biot-Savart's law. We are continuing the Biot-Savart's law. dB is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi ideal sin theta. dB is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi ideal sin theta upon r square. dB is equal to, sorry, I made a mistake. I shall write it like this. Ideal sin theta upon r square, mu 0 upon 4 pi ideal sin theta upon r square. Now write down mu 0 upon 4 pi is a constant, but what is the name of mu 0? Write down, it is permeability. Permeability. Permittivity is a different word. Permeability is a different word. Okay. Permeability of free space. Free space means vacuum. Permeability of free space. Free space means vacuum. VACWM. Permeability of vacuum. Mu 0. Okay. What is value of mu 0? Value of mu 0. It is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Mu 0 value is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Okay. 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. We'll deal with the unit later. We'll deal with the unit later because right now we don't know what is unit of dB. Magnetic field चा unit कुठं माहिती आहे आम्हाला? माहित नाही. Let it be. Let it be. Fine. So right now we don't know what is unit of mu 0. For time being, forget about it. We will write some SI unit. These many SI units. 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 SI units. SI unit we will find it out. Fine. What will be the value of mu 0 upon 4 pi? Very simple, sir. Mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by 4 pi. 4 pi cancel. Answer is 10 raised to minus 7 SI units. Same SI unit will be here. J unit mu 0 चा असेल तेच unit mu 0 upon 4 pi चा असेल. 4 pi ला काय वेगळं युनिट नाहीये. 4 pi is just a number. It has no units. Fine. So mu 0 upon 4 pi is equal to 10 raised to minus 7. This will make the calculations easier. This will make the calculations easier. Okay. This will make the calculations easier because directly you know mu 0 upon 4 pi. Just like you already know. Extra point. You know what is the value of epsilon 0. The value of epsilon 0. You shall never forget this. 8.85. 8.85. If you solve the questions, you will automatically remember it. 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. You can use that. Force is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square law. Force is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square. If you use that law and if you can rearrange that epsilon 0 on the left hand side, force on the right hand side, and find out the unit on both the sides, you will get the unit of epsilon 0 as Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. But instead of this value, if you know what is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, that will help you a lot. That will help you a lot because this term directly appears in the question, and that is equal to or in the formula. This term directly appears in the formula. So answer is 9 into 10 raised to 9. Now here epsilon 0 has unit Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. So 1 upon epsilon 0 will have the unit Newton meter square upon Coulomb square. 9 into 10 raised to plus 9. Here mu 0 upon 4 pi is 10 raised to minus 7. You are going to write all these things, okay? Extra point as well, you are going to write. Epsilon 0, name of epsilon 0 is permittivity. Permittivity of vacuum or free space. Permittivity of vacuum or free space. Fine. Continue to this. So what is mu 0? It's a physical quantity called as permeability of the free space or the vacuum. Permeability. Here permittivity. Permittivity. Don't get confused. Fine. All right. Now this is just a scalar form. This is just a scalar form of the equation. This is scalar form. Now let us write the vector form of the equation. This was the scalar form. Everything involved was just the scalar. Now let us try to find out the vector form of the same equation. Vector form of the same equation. So let us write dB bar is equal to. Now we have to arrange the direction of dB bar on the right hand side. This mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. Mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. I as it is. dl as it is. Upon r square or upon r for time being as it is. Now what I am going to do is this. What I am going to do is this. I am going to draw that diagram once again. This is my current element dl. This is my current element dl, and this is the position vector of given point r bar. This is the position vector of given point r bar, and that's the angle between them. Now I know I want dl bar cross r bar. I know I want dl bar cross r bar. And what is the magnitude of dl bar cross r bar? Magnitude of dl bar cross r bar, magnitude of cross product. Magnitude of cross product is defined as magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between them. Magnitude of dl bar cross r bar can be written as magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between them. So I can find out dl sine theta. I can find out dl sine theta here. I can find out dl into sine theta. So dl into sine theta can be replaced by, just keep on observing, dl into sine theta can be replaced by this dl bar cross r bar upon r. Magnitude of dl bar cross r bar upon r. dl bar cross r bar upon r. Fine. But you want vector form. You want vector form. You want vector form. If you want vector form, so dl sine theta along with the direction shall give the direction of this dB bar. Okay, slowly we will try to understand. Initially we wrote the scalar form. We wrote mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. We wrote this I. We wrote this dl. And in the denominator we kept it as it is, or for time being we can write it like this. But now it's time to replace this dl sine theta. It's time to replace this dl sine theta. As a magnitude, dl sine theta can be replaced by magnitude of dl bar cross r bar upon r. Magnitude of dl bar cross r bar upon r. But on the left hand side we have considered the vector. So on the right hand side also we have to consider the vector. So instead of taking this magnitude, we will write it here directly. dl bar cross r bar. Let me write it like this. dl bar cross r bar. dl bar cross r bar upon r. Now you try to understand that if you take magnitude on the left hand side, magnitude of dB bar is dB. dB bar चा magnitude dB असेल. Mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. I upon r square as it is. I upon r square as it is. आणि dl bar cross r bar चा magnitude काय असेल? dl into r into sin theta. dl into r into sin theta. r ला r cancel, dl sin theta. dl sin theta. Let's check once again whether this is right or wrong. If you take magnitude on the left hand side, dB bar magnitude is dB. dB bar चा magnitude dB. Mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. I as it is. R square as it is. Right hand side चा magnitude घेतला की हे मिळाला पाहिजे. Mu 0 upon 4 pi आहे. I upon r square आहे. आता dl sin theta यायला पाहिजे. याचा मॅग्निट्यूड, या सगळ्याचा, या ब्रॅकेटचा जर मॅग्निट्यूड घेतला, then what you will get? Magnitude of cross product upon R. What is magnitude of cross product? dl into R into sin theta. dl into R into sin theta. R cancel. dl sin theta. dl sin theta. So this cross product direction, या cross product ची जी डायरेक्शन असेल तीच dB ची डायरेक्शन असेल. So we can write this dB bar. We can write this dB bar. Okay, like this. Can I write here? So dB bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl bar cross R bar. Now don't write I dl sin theta, write I dl bar cross R bar divided by mu 0 upon 4 pi, mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl bar cross R bar divided by R square into R. R square into R will become R cube. R square into R will become R cube. That's the vector form. That's the vector form of Biot-Savart's law. That's the vector form equation of Biot-Savart's law. Because Biot-Savart already told us that direction of dl bar cross R bar will give you direction of magnetic field. But this R bar is extra. तो R bar जो extra झालाय, कारण dl into R into sin theta होणार. dl into R into sin theta. तुम्हाला फक्त dl sin theta पाहिजे. मग R ला कॅन्सल करायला एक R एक्स्ट्रा डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये घ्या. But that R and this R square will become R cube. Up to this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. Scalar form, vector form, and these values. Very good. Why in the denominator there is R cube? Check kara whether you understand it or not. This chapter is very easy chapter. Only thing needed is the direction of vector product. You need to decide properly. Cross product ची डायरेक्शन बाळांनो ठरवता आली पाहिजे. जे रूल सांगतोय त्या रूल्स ना कसं कसं अप्लाय करायचं आहे, लेफ्ट हँड वापरायचा आहे, राईट हँड वापरायचा आहे, कर्ल्ड फिंगर्स, थंब, कर्ल्ड फिंगर, मिडल फिंगर, पॉइंटिंग फिंगर, हे सगळं आपल्याला प्रॉपरली यूज करायचं आहे. ऑलरेडी मी याला ट्रिमेंडसली सिम्प्लिफाय या चॅप्टरला करून ठेवलेला आहे. सो यू डीड नॉट हॅव टू वरी एज सच. ऑल दी पॉसिबल केसेस, हाऊ टू डील विथ दोज केसेस, I have already dealt with it. Fine. Now write down the heading as applications of Biot-Savart's law. Applications of Biot-Savart's law. Sir, what are the applications of Biot-Savart's law? Applications of Biot-Savart's law will be to find out magnetic field, just like Gauss theorem or Gauss law. Gauss law we use to find out electric fields. So Biot-Savart's law we will use to find magnetic fields. Applications of Biot-Savart's law. SAVARTS. Biot-Savart's law. Applications of Biot-Savart's law. Number one application: electric field due to the straight current carrying conductor if the wire is of finite length. Okay. Number one application: magnetic field due to current carrying straight conductor. Okay, current carrying straight conductor, magnetic field due to current carrying straight conductor of finite length, not infinite, finite length. We will go to the special cases as well of finite length, of finite length. Or do you want to simplify the calculation? In that case we can go with infinite length also, कारण infinite like calculations सोपे होतात. Okay, for infinite the calculations become easy, but this is a general case. If they say finite, it is going to be a general case. If they say finite, it is going to be the general case. Let's see what happens. मजा येणार आहे तुम्हाला, कारण थोडंसं इमॅजिनेशन पण इन्व्हॉल्व्ड आहे. Let's see what happens. We have the finite straight current carrying conductor. We have a finite straight current carrying conductor. This is the current carrying conductor. This is the current carrying conductor. Finite straight current carrying conductor. Let's say the current is moving in this conductor bottom to top, upwards. Current is moving upwards. The conductor starts at point X, ends at point Y. Fine, this is our finite conductor. All right. Let's say at any general point this we want to find out. Let's say at any general point this we want to find out the magnetic field. Okay. Let's say the perpendicular distance of given point. Perpendicular distance of given point. Perpendicular distance, not any other distance. Perpendicular distance of any given point. Perpendicular distance of any given point from the wire is equal to R. I am deliberately taking it as R. Okay. Let me write it here. Fine. This is any general current element. This is any general current element dl bar. This is any general current element dl bar which is located at a distance equal to L from this point. तो dl bar किती अंतरावरती आहे? L एवढ्या अंतरावरती आहे. L एवढ्या अंतरावरती dl bar असा करंट एलिमेंट घेतला. Okay, we are going to assume a small current element dl bar at a distance of L. dl bar म्हटले ना, मग at a distance of L म्हटलं पाहिजे. So you can call this distance, as L. A distance L. L एवढ्या अंतरावरती dl bar हा current element घेतला. Or let us show this here. This distance is going to be equal to L. इनिशियली फक्त जरा ऑब्झर्व करा, नाही लिहून घेतलं तर बरं होईल. कारण डायग्राम मध्ये मी अकॉर्डिंग टू दी डेरिवेशन जरा चेंजेस करत जाईल. This is the given point. At this point I want to find out total magnetic field due to entire current carrying conductor. We can find magnetic field due to the small current carrying conductor dl bar dl bar dl bar dl bar dl bar dl bar dl bar. We will find out magnetic fields due to all these dl bar dl bar dl bar dl bar, and we will add them and we will get the total magnetic field. Reply me in the chat box. Logic clear or not? छोट्याशा dl मुळे magnetic field काढू आपण पहिल्यांदा. And once we find out magnetic field due to the small current element, once we find out magnetic field due to small current element, then we will find out magnetic fields due to all these small current elements, and then we will simply add them or integrate them to get total magnetic field at this point because of all these current elements dl 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 dl. Okay, all these current elements will give you one conductor. मग एका कंडक्टर मुळे मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड किती कळेल की नाही? रिप्लाय मी इन द चॅट बॉक्स. टेल मी यस और नो. इज दिस क्लिअर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? लॉजिक क्लिअर आहे का? डेरिव्हेशन इंटिग्रेशन करू आपण, जे काय लागतं ते करू आपण. पहिल्यांदा हे समजायला लागले का मी काय बोलतोय? आर यू गेटिंग दिस? We will find out small magnetic field dB due to this DL. There are many DLs which are present in this on this wire. इथं बरेच DL present आहे. त्या सगळ्या DL मुळे किती इंटिग्रेशन dB. ओके, टॉप पॉइंट ने केलेला अँगल त्याला θ1 म्हणू, बॉटम पॉइंट ने केलेला अँगल कॉल इट ॲज θ2. अँगल थोडे थोडे मोठे काढा, डायग्राम मोठी असली पाहिजे. And right now this angle is theta, angle between DL bar and R bar. आता याला R आपण मुद्दाम म्हणून ठेवलेला आहे, ठीक आहे, let it be. Let it be. And this is, let's say, आता याला कुठलं लेटर वापरूयात? याला कुठलं लेटर वापरूयात? D वापरूयात. याला लेटर कुठलं वापरूयात? D वापरूयात. त्यांनी उलट केलंय, त्यांनी रिव्हर्स केलंय, त्यांनी याला D वापरलंय आणि याला R वापरलंय. अल्टिमेटली मग फायनली तरी त्यांना चेंज करावं लागेल, कारण फायनल फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये आपण जनरली R घेतो परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्सला. ठीक आहे, इथपर्यंत आम्हाला थोडं थोडं समजलं. ऑल राईट. किंवा तुम्हाला हे जे डिस्टन्स पाहिजे ते घ्या. D आणि R मध्ये कन्फ्युज होत असेल, मला हे डिस्टन्स x घ्यायचंय, मला त्याला x घ्यायचंय तर मी x घेईन. दिस डिस्टन्स इक्वल टू x, किंवा हा आपला x बार, जसा R बार होता तसा हा x बार. इथं छोटीशी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड जी तयार झाली, अ स्मॉल मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस DL बार इज DB. त्या DB ची डायरेक्शन रिप्लाय करा इन द चॅट बॉक्स. इनसाइड और आउटसाइड DB. करंट कॅरिंग एलिमेंटला राईट हँड मध्ये पकडा. थंब विल गो इनसाइड, थंब विल गो इनसाइड. या पॉइंट मधनं थंब म्हणतो कर्ल्ड फिंगर्स, या पॉइंट मधून कर्ल्ड फिंगर्स इनसाइड जातात की आउटसाइड चेक करायचं. डायरेक्शन कळते. थंब शुड गिव्ह द डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट. Current element, current carrying upwards, so thumb should point upward, and curled fingers in this point will go inside, so magnetic field inside. This is true for all the current elements. कुठल्याही current element साठी बघा, over this entire wire check any current element you want, any current element you want, all the magnetic fields are inside. मग काय, वेक्टर सगळे आतच आहेत, सरळ सरळ ऍड करा, काही सबट्रॅक्ट वगैरे करायची गरज नाही, रिझॉल्व पण करायची गरज नाही वेक्टर्सना. नो नीड टू रिझॉल्व इवन दी वेक्टर्स. ऑल दीज dB vectors are inside, so you will simply add them. Fine. So this is DL bar, this is the X bar. What is angle between DL bar and X bar? Let's say theta or alpha, beta, whatever you want to write. Let us write it as alpha, because already θ1 and θ2, top point angle, bottom point angle, we have already considered. Fine. So now what we are going to write is this. Try to understand. Try to understand. I am going to write dB, which is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi. I is equal to I. करंट किती सांगितलाय? I. मग I ला IS दिलं पाहिजे. Mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon R square. I is I. DL is DL. Sin theta is sin alpha basically. Theta is angle between DL bar and R bar. DL bar and R bar. Angle between them is alpha. So I dl sin alpha upon R square. Upon R square. Right now R is equal to X. तो R finally ठेवलाय आपण. Perpendicular distance ला आपण R ठेवले. Given point चं perpendicular distance ला आपण R ठेवलेला आहे, कारण ते पाठ करायला सोपं होतं. Okay. I mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon R square. Mu 0 upon 4 pi as it is. I is I. Current ला तर currentच आहे. DL is DL. But sin alpha, sin theta, I dl sin theta. But theta is alpha. ला theta काय आहे? Alpha. Upon R square. Given points current element पासूनचं distance R square. त्याच्याऐवजी काय? X square. मॅग्निट्यूड काढा सर, फक्त मॅग्निट्यूड काढा. सगळे डीबी इनसाइडच आहेत. ऑल डीबी आर इनसाइड. सगळे डीबी जर इनसाइडच असतील तर कशाला डायरेक्शनचा विचार करायचा आहे परत. ऑल डीबी आर पॉइंटिंग इनसाइड. सगळ्या डीएल 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 मुळे जो काही डीबी तयार होतोय, all those dB are going to be inside. All those magnetic fields are going to be inside. So we can simply add them. So therefore, आता बघा बाळांनो गंमत, total magnetic field due to this finite conductor xy is equal to integration of all these small magnetic fields. But sir, if you write the integration of mu 0 upon 4 pi I into dl into sin alpha upon first application I into dl into sin alpha upon x square, what will happen? Let's understand. Sir, total magnetic field B mu 0 upon 4 pi constant out of integration. Current in the conductor is also constant out of integration. Integration of, let's write dl into sin alpha upon x square inside the inside the integration. Okay, fine. Let's write it little bit properly. But to write it little bit properly, we need to make the arrangements of this integration in such a way that we shall have only one variable inside. Okay, so which variable to keep inside? Alpha we can keep inside. Otherwise, see, if you don't know what is the length of the top point or the distance of the top point from the center, not center, this point, let's say any general point, but that general point must be the point at which you will obtain the perpendicular from the given point पासून जो काय perpendicular तुम्ही draw करताय, given point पासून given वायर वरती एक perpendicular draw करायचा आहे. त्या पॉइंट पासून तुम्हाला याचं डिस्टन्स माहित पाहिजे, याचं डिस्टन्स माहित पाहिजे, पण जनरली ते देत नाही. काय दिलं जातं? टॉप पॉइंटचा अँगल दिला जातो आणि बॉटम पॉइंटचा अँगल दिला जातो. टॉप पॉइंट, बॉटम पॉइंट यांचे अँगल दिलेले असतात. So it's better to keep the derivation in terms of alpha or angle. So we have to eliminate this dl. dl ला eliminate करावं लागेल बाळा. x ला पण eliminate करावं लागेल. हा dl आधी जो असेल तो इथं असेल. This dl will be initially here, then here, 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 here. This x distance will keep on changing. Initially it will be large. It will go on decrease, 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 decrease. Now when this dl comes here, the distance will become x. And again dl, 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 dl. As it moves away, the distance x will go on increasing. So x is variable. This alpha is also variable. Alpha initially इथं असेल. Initial value of alpha will be here. When the dl is present here, initially alpha will be here, and finally the same alpha will be here. Try to understand. Are you getting this? Alpha कुणामधला अँगल आहे? dl बार आणि x बार. सो नंतर फायनल या पॉइंटला dl बार इथं असेल, x बार इथं असेल, dl बार इथं असेल, x बार इथं असेल. सो लिमिट्स येतील फ्रॉम अल्फा 1 टू अल्फा 2. हे तुमचे लिमिट्स येणार आहेत. अल्फा 1 टू अल्फा 2. Are you getting this? Reply me in the chat box. Are you getting this? Reply me in the chat box. Limits from alpha 1 to alpha 2. dl bar इथं आहे, नंतर इथं असेल. Finally it will be here. Initially x bar is this, finally x bar will be this. dl bar x bar मधला अँगल. एंटायर कंडक्टर स्पॅन झाला. पहिलं डेरिवेशन करताना थोडस मी स्लो करणार आहे. नंतर तुम्हाला यूज टू होऊन झालेला डीबी लिहायचा, इंटिग्रेशन करायचं. इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिक्स मध्ये केलं होतंस ना, फायनाईट कंडक्टर मुळे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. k into 2 लॅम्बडा अपॉन r, मग 2 रिप्लेस करायचा, 2 फोडायचा, इन द ब्रॅकेट sin θ 1 plus sin θ 2 लिहायचं. आंसर मिळतंय. Just like that. Fine. Now the next thing is, sir, how we are going to replace x square and dl? Because sin alpha we are okay. We want to replace this dl and x square. X square replacement is very easy. X square replacement is very easy. Fine. And replacement of this L is also very easy. Let us first replace this x. Let us first try to replace this x. X can be written as L square plus R square, Pythagoras. X can be written as, or x square is equal to L square plus R square. Call this as equation number 1. Now write x square is equal to L square plus R square. Okay, we can do that. But sir, ultimately you are again bringing this L in the equation. You are again bringing this L in the equation. Okay, so that will create problem. Because again ultimately you want to replace this dl. Yes, I want to replace that dl. So sir, shall we write this x in terms of only this r and alpha? Yes, don't bring L in the equation. So hypotenuse and opposite side, hypotenuse is x, opposite side is r. So hypotenuse into sine alpha is equal to r. So r can be written as hypotenuse is x into sine alpha. Okay, hypotenuse is x, this is alpha, this is opposite side, x sine alpha. Fine. Okay, so r we want to replace the x. So therefore x is equal to r upon sine alpha. So you can write it as r into cosec alpha. Absolutely no problem. So पहिली तर रिप्लेसमेंट झाली आणि r चालणार आहे. r एक कॉन्स्टंट व्हॅल्यू आहे. r is a perpendicular distance of given point from this entire length. That is okay, sir. Now let's try to find out replacement for dl. आता dl ची रिप्लेसमेंट करूया बाळांनो. To find out replacement for dl, now you will write x square is equal to L square plus R square. But again you will say, sir, you are again bringing x square. Fine. So what we can do? You can write this L in terms of R. You can write this L in terms of R and this alpha. R is the opposite side, L is the adjacent side. R alpha चा चेक करा. Alpha चा R काय आहे? Opposite side आहे. आणि L काय आहे? Adjacent side. So what you will write is sin tan alpha. Tan alpha is equal to R upon L. R upon L. Tan alpha is equal to R upon L. Sir, I want replacement for dl. So arrange this equation for L. Arrange this equation for L. Okay, fine, no problem. So L is equal to R upon tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to cot 1 upon tan alpha is equal to cot alpha. Fine, but sir, I'm still not getting the value of dl. So take derivative on left hand side and derivative on right hand side. dl by d alpha on the left hand side. Now I will do dl by d alpha on the left hand side, d by d alpha on left hand side as well as on right hand side. R is a constant, no problem. d by d alpha of L, d by d alpha of L is equal to d by d alpha of R cot alpha. Don't worry, this derivation no one is going to ask you in the board. So just enjoy the complexity. Just enjoy the complexity. R cot alpha. R cot alpha. गंमत सांगतो तुम्हाला, डेरिवेशन काही होऊ दे, रूल आपल्याला पाठ होणार आहे. याचा काय रूल तयार होणार आहे तो आपल्याला ऑलरेडी मला तर पाठ आहे. मी तुम्हाला तो कसा पाठ करायचा ते तुम्हाला सांगणार पण आहे. Just don't worry. Okay, if you feel, sir, we want to replace this x, we want to replace this dl, थॉट्स कसे बिल्डअप झाले बघा की पहिल्यांदा मनात काय येते, मग पायथागोरस वापरूया. दोन्ही टाइम पायथागोरस रूल आउट होतोय. कारण तुम्ही एल ला इलिमिनेट करताना x आणताय, x ला इलिमिनेट करताना एल आणताय, नका आणू. मग कारण एल आणि एक्स तुम्हाला दोन्ही इलिमिनेट करायचे, मग ते अल्फा आणि आर च्या लँग्वेज मध्ये मग ते साइन थिटा टॅन थिटा ते तुम्हाला घ्यावे लागतात. सो dl upon d alpha, enjoy the complexity. R is a constant, constant can be taken out of derivative. Derivative of tan alpha, derivative of tan theta, or derivative of tan x, d by dx of tan x. Tan x derivative असते sec square x. cot x ची डेरिव्हेटिव्ह असते, लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे, डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ cot x मायनस cosec square x minus cosec square x. So derivative of cot alpha, r is a constant out of derivative, d by d alpha of cot alpha, x च्या ऐवजी अल्फा आहे, मायनस cosec square alpha मायनस cosec square alpha. Therefore dl is equal to, dl ची रिप्लेसमेंट काय झाली, मायनस outside r as it is cosec square alpha, this d alpha on the right hand side. Fine. So dl ची रिप्लेसमेंट पण झाली, call it as 3, call it as equation 3, call it as equation 3. This extra point you write down. Derivative formulae. Now you have the replacement of dl, you have the replacement of x, x ची पण रिप्लेसमेंट आहे, dl ची पण रिप्लेसमेंट आहे. Let me rub these non-required things. How much time we have? 10:40. Okay, just 2 more minutes and then we'll be at the answer. Then we will be at the answer. Just have some patience. So equation 2 and equation 3 in the equation 1, 2 and 3 in 1, that will give you B equal to, magnetic field B equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I into integration of initial limit alpha 1, final limit alpha 2, dl into sin alpha upon x square. Dl will be replaced by minus r cosec square alpha, minus r cosec square alpha into d alpha, dl ला रिप्लेस केले बाळांनो, into d alpha, then the bracket complete, into sin alpha upon x square, but x ला पण रिप्लेस करायचं, r cosec alpha, okay, r cosec alpha, r into cosec alpha, पण त्या x ला रिप्लेस केलं r into cosec alpha, पण बाळांनो x चा स्क्वेअर आहे, स्क्वेअर केलं. सो इक्वेशन 1 मध्ये सबस्टिट्यूशन झाली. काय होते फक्त ऑब्झर्व करत राहा, कारण जो रूल तयार होणार आहे तेवढाच फक्त लक्षात ठेवायचा आहे, नॉट द डेरिवेशन. अल्फा 1 टू अल्फा 2, आर स्क्वेअर आणि आर कॅन्सल, आर स्क्वेअर आणि आर कॅन्सल, एक आर शिल्लक राहील, कोसेक स्क्वेअर कॅन्सल, कोसेक स्क्वेअर कॅन्सल, साइन अल्फा डी अल्फा, अरे बाळा साइन थिटा डी थिटाचं इंटिग्रेशन, साइन एक्स डी एक्स इंटिग्रेशन तयार झालं, साइन अल्फा डी अल्फा. बोला बाळांनो, मला सांगा साइन अल्फा डी अल्फाचं इंटिग्रेशन नाही का करता येणार, आर कॉन्स्टंट आहे ना, आर काय आहे, परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स ऑफ गिवन पॉइंट, आर पण इंटिग्रेशनच्या बाहेर आला. बघ बाळ, म्यू 0 अपॉन 4 पाय आय 1 अपॉन आर ऍज इट इज, हे मायनस बाहेर घ्या बाळांनो, मायनस, मायनस ला ब्रॅकेट टाका बाळांनो, इंटिग्रेशन अल्फा 1 टू अल्फा 2 साइन अल्फा डी अल्फा, साइन अल्फा डी अल्फा. जमलं? रिप्लाय इन द चॅट बॉक्स. साइन अल्फा डी अल्फा पर्यंत आलं का बघा. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी आन्सर. हे मायनस पण नंतर मॅनेज होणार आहे. अप टू दिस रिप्लाय इन द चॅट बॉक्स, क्लियर अँड रिटन. फास्ट फास्ट फास्ट. साइन थिटा डी थिटाचे इंटिग्रेशन काय असते बा? साइन अल्फा डी अल्फाचं इंटिग्रेशन काय असतं? साइन एक्स dx चं इंटिग्रेशन, साइन एक्स ची डेरिव्हेटिव्ह cos x, साइन एक्स ची डेरिव्हेटिव्ह cos x, साइन एक्स चं इंटिग्रेशन मायनस cos x, साइन एक्स चं इंटिग्रेशन मायनस cos x, साइन अल्फाचं इंटिग्रेशन मायनस cos अल्फा, झाला मायनस ऍडजस्ट. ऍज इट इज. आन्सर काय आलं याचं? इंटिग्रेशनचं आन्सर काय आलं? मायनस cos अल्फा. साइन एक्स ची डेरिव्हेटिव्ह cos x, मग साइन एक्स चं इंटिग्रेशन मायनस cos x, मायनस cos x, मायनस cos अल्फा. लिमिट आहेत ना, मग ब्रॅकेट टाक. अल्फा 1 टू अल्फा 2. सर मायनस ब्रॅकेटच्या बाहेर घे, मायनस मायनस प्लस. न्यू 0 अपॉन 4 पाय I अपॉन R मायनस मायनस प्लस. सर cos अल्फाचे लिमिट्स, ठीक आहे, लोअर लिमिट अल्फा 1, अपर लिमिट अल्फा 2, cos अल्फा 2 मायनस cos अल्फा, cos अल्फा 2 minus cos alpha 1, where alpha 1 is here and alpha 2 is here. Up to this are the things taught in today's lecture. Clear to all of you? Reply everyone fast. Aditi, Aditya, Advait, Ahlam, Anand, Anuja, Atharva, everyone fast. Good. Diksha, Avdut, Pareha, Iral, Kashmira, Isha, केतकी, केतन, परमिता, पार्थ, पूजा. पार्थ नंबर 2, पार्थ पाटील, समज्ञा, समृद्धी, संच, सनिया, यश, श्रुती, श्वेत, सिद्धी, सुचित्रा, तन्वी, वैभवी, अनुष्का. डोंट वरी बाळांनो, डेरिव्हेशन तुम्हाला कोणी विचारणार नाहीये, पण बाळांनो फॉर्म्युला लक्षात ठेवू शकतोय. अजून पुढे सांगणार आहे कसं लक्षात ठेवायचं ते पण सांगणार आहे, क्वेश्चन्स पण सॉल्व्ह करून दाखवणार. ओके, सो गाइस, in this lecture we will stop at this point. Okay, have a good day and nice day to all of you. Okay, chalo bye. Yes, bye.